my warriors, guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash.
Between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Redskins. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 17 yards that time at a Washington first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll run. It's Lindsay. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On first and 10, it's Lindsay. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Cut, 54, right. Mike, 54. Watch the backer.
They'll run on first down. Lindsay. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, wahoo!
They run with 4, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd and 3. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Go!
Now back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Mike check 33. Hey, orbit. Where we go? Hey, check Mike.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
A throw complete to Dorsett, and he's got this down to the 35. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. Here's a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. That his first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Move. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Watch 14. Check. General West. Hey. Nice 7. Hey. Mike check 33. Watch the out.
They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Flush to his right. That is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Second and 4. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
18 Gator. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch protein spill. Check 50.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Hey, box drop. 54, right there. 54, Mike. I'm coming. Hey, watch out. Check Mike, 54.
Looking to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. Flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Murray eluding the pressure right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So left side, it's complete. The end result, 21 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Check, watch 54. Come to my world. We want it.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And a good return. It's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Hey, let go.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Christian McCaffrey, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Another run by Lindsey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down, Murray. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. George Kittle, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They will start this drive with Ford, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set. H.E. Gator. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Five.
On 3rd down. Ford. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Hey, Haywood. Check mark 33. Check mark 33. Don't get nervous. Mark 6.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Down. 60 or. Bravo. Mike check 33. 33. We ain't giving up now.
2nd and 9 now. And that's complete to McCaffrey. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Smooth. He's still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong football.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Yo, Mike check 33. 33. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hey, 2. 33. Check Mike 33.
They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Ready.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
33. Check Mike 33. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike check 33. 33.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They complete it to Hill. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
At the 48-yard line.
I smell fear. Zoom. Mike,
looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
Murray on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Pick it up. Mike 54.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. A Redskin first down. The pickup, 15 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On first down, Lindsey. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
as they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
44, Mike, 44. Hey, exit. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Let's go.
He's back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Check.
Back to throw. Dorsett making the catch. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check. 44 to Mike. Hey, Charlie.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Now. Mike 5-4.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away. Live to fight another down.
Hey, box truck. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Man out. Go.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. It's out time, guys. It's out time. Hey, Delta. Mike 5-4. Let's put him on.
Back to throw here. He is going to find Hill here. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Yeah. Hey, team 6. Check. Watch 54.
Crunch time, defense. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Murray to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. Got some room at the 30. And finally down at the 41-yard line. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. Murray, one final try. Gonna throw right side here, complete. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Vikings, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Washington, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable.